Hello everyone and welcome back to our 5-star step-by-step tutorial walkthrough, however you want to word it. But this time we're going to be on Isla Sorna. Now, the first thing I would like to do as soon as you come in here is immediately trank out the Spinosaurus so that way that it cannot start eating up all of your Stegosaurus as well. Also, something I would like to do is come in here and immediately fence these guys off. Just give them a decent amount of room so that way you can still walk through as well. There's the edge of the map there. There it is. Okay, so we can cut through this way. So that way you don't have to worry about tranking them out, but at the same time you can have them... Let's see, so if I put it all the way up to the edge, they shouldn't be able to escape. Actually, I just found this out inside of my Dream Park Let's Plays, where you don't need the backside there because there is no way for them to escape. However, this looks like they would be able to squeeze through there, so just make sure there really is no way for them to get out. I wish we could put it up a little bit closer. There we go. Maybe so that way we don't have to use up as much money and move it off to the end. I know we start off with quite a considerable amount, but it's alright. So now we have these guys fenced off in. They're going to need a little bit more forest. That's actually pretty small, to be honest, so I think I'm going to open them up just a little bit more. But yeah, something really nice to start out on this island is that you can just fence these guys off immediately, and it's actually pretty good. Alright, so I think I'm going to connect there. Sorry, now we're wasting a little bit of money. There we go. And especially since there's already a feeder in there, there's already everything else in there. And there you go. They're already 100% and they're going to be good to just relax in there for a little bit. Now once that, yeah, see? So the Spino goes immediately for the Stegos down here across the bottom part of the map. So that's the first thing you want to do is immediately trank him out so that way you can get him down. Let's see. And then if we can, I think we're going to build him an exhibit up here. Because I think, oddly enough, you start off with all these Stegosaurus in the island, but you can't put them all inside of one exhibit, because just due to population restraint, or yes, social restraints. Sorry. So let's see if we can go ahead and open up the Stego pin a little bit. Exhibit, sorry. There we go. Let's see if we can we maybe... There we go. Awesome. And maybe branch it out over here a little bit. No. Outside buildable or playable area again. It's alright. Yeah, it's just a nice little tip for everyone starting off on an island. You don't always have to put stuff in the back there, just out of the simple fact of that's outside of the playable area, so the dinosaur's AI doesn't recognize that they can go over there. Let's see, so what is the social requirement on these guys? Up to 9, and we have 6 up here now. So I can send this guy out to trank out 3 more. So that put us at 9, and then another exhibit can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So actually we can move 2 in and then have another exhibit with these guys all hiding out inside of the foliage here. Let's go ahead and get the Spino on the move. Now, while we're going through this part, just the rough beginnings, etc., etc., let me know if there's another island you guys would like to see, because in my opinion, I feel like these ones are the final islands that I personally am going to do. I'm going to try to keep these fences, or these gates, a little close if we can. No, maybe not. Maybe not. There we go. But if you guys would like to see Muerta or Matanceros, let me know down in the comments below, and if it gets a few likes, or if someone posts it, or someone comments it, and it gets a few likes, then by all means, I'll go ahead and do it for you all. Alright, so what I've got going on this island, though, is that... Whoops, there we go. Alright, so a great way to start, just like I always say, is just start requesting some contracts. It helps out, gives you a little bit of bonus. See, like this right here. It should be an easy 100k, because there's not going to be any... There's going to be only guests over here. And the only carnivore we have is completely tranked out. So no, theoretically, no guest should die. Alright, so also, let's see, we have the... So I want to go ahead and add the scheduling on him, because we're going to be using him a lot. Sorry, here could be a boy or a girl, whatever. And then go ahead and throw in reload speed and an accuracy. We're going to be using them extremely throughout this entire island. because just out of the simple fact of all these storms just get so absurd. Let's see, where are the other ones here? We got one there. Got one hiding out there. I don't see any more indicators. But that doesn't mean that they aren't here. Oh, yeah, okay, so that's the last one. Alright, there we go. And then let's just go ahead and start queuing them up on these ones over here as well. Hiding out in all the foliage over here. Alright, so now we've got that moving on in. Obviously, the Spinosaurus isn't going to want all of this forest. So, it's going to want some grassland, etc. Gonna have to get rid of some of that water as well, even though it is an aquatic, you know, I don't like, sorry, I'm not gonna say it's an aquatic dinosaur, but it likes to feed on fish, etc. There we go. Alright, so yeah, the start is just gonna be is gonna be slow for everyone. If you guys have a better idea on how to start, then by all means post it down in the comments. Let's debate about it. I'm all about helping you guys and sharing different ways to start off as well. Alright, so now that we've got that, this kind of cuts it a little close to the edge here, but that's alright, because we should just need a viewing gallery, and that should be it. So I'm just going to go with the simple one feeder. That should be it. We don't need the goat feeder exactly. Let's see, and oh wait, I went the exact opposite direction that I needed to. Oh, come on, snap onto the fence for me. Snap onto the fence. Alright, so we're going to have to get rid of a little bit more water. Oh, not pathing. There we go. If we can get it along the same side. There we go. And it looks like he's already doing alright. We could put another one in there, but incubating a Spino off in the beginning is going to be quite expensive. Let's see, what is it obstructed by? There we go, and I think that's going to cover a majority of the exhibit. There we are. So then let's also go into this one. I think this one's going to use a few platforms. One along the back side, and then another one along the top side if we can. Now it's pretty much going to cover the same exact area. So let's go ahead and put a gallery in right here then. Can it snap through? What's it obstructed? Oh, a little bit of water. Imagine that. I do like how the rough layout of this island is really nice. And by that I mean the without having to like mold or have to put in any extra stuff into the island itself as far as terraforming, etc. Alright, so let's open up the management view and see how visibility looks. Oh, we don't have any power to it. That's that's going to be an issue. Alright, so some people really like to keep this the way it is. Personally, I hate it. I want nothing to do with all of this being fenced off. The reason it's there is just out of the simple fact of, now some people do like it because it does help out in the long run. Whoops, completely just added no pathway there. Whoops. It helps out in the long run because it's harder for dinosaurs to come in. But with the recent updates and the recent AI patches for the dinosaur AI, is that they're gonna find their way through. They're just gonna find their way through without a doubt. So I think spending all that extra stuff, yeah, it looks, I'm not gonna lie, it makes the island look a lot nicer and it looks really cool, but at the same time it's just a waste of money. Alright, so what do we need and what do we not need? We don't need the security, so we can demolish that, get an extra 500k. Let's see what else. We have all this space up here that's not even really being taken advantage of. This is a medium power station. Let's go ahead and build up a large power station, which it should be unlocked on this island. Also, I've realized that I've been using some of the deluxe dinosaurs on my previous islands, and I would just like to apologize for that if you guys don't have it. But there usually is a alternative, just as far as rating goes, just to keep them relatively similar. So I will try to, but by this point you should have all of the dinosaurs unlocked that aren't deluxe edition. So that should be nice. Okay, so a little bit of sidetracking up there. We need to finish tranking out these stegos and moving them back up there. Let's see, I'm gonna take 2 and put them up inside of here, because I think that's it's either 2 or 3 that I can put inside of there, but I think I'm just gonna go with 2, so that way I can have even exhibits next to each other. Alright, so stegos are good in there. We're gonna leave this open for guests and everything else. So that means we're gonna have to create another stego exhibit, unless we just want to sell them off. Let's see. So I've got all 3 of those guys queued up. Yeah, so I think we're going to go ahead and move another one in here. We've got all that. We've got all that. Alright, so just to save time and effort, put down a couple of large power stations, power relays. I can't remember what exactly it's called. Oh man, drawn a massive blank. There we go, and let me see if I can just connect it all the way through here. There we go. Alright, yeah, substations, sorry. One Camarasaurus specimen. Well, that's going to cost a lot more than I would like to do. Alright, so within that as well, I think I'm going to go ahead and start off with a, let's see, I need a fossil center, because actually on the other previous islands, sorry, I should have said this in the beginning, but I do recommend coming in here and maxing out your fossil capacity and building a fossil center immediately, just so you can sell it off and get all that extra bonus income. Because as you can see in the beginning here, we are just going to burn through money. Because you have all these all these animals, all these dinosaurs that you need to just start immediately making exhibits for. So let's see, I need to bring this along the outskirts. Oh, whoops. There we go. Construct it along the edge. Hopefully that tip in the very beginning about not needing to, let's see, can I get this all the way through? No. About not needing to build a fence along the back side of the map has helped you guys out quite a bit. Because as you can see, Spinal's not running free. Stegos are doing alright. I believe we have 3 more coming in. Yes, we do. Alright. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Is that gonna... No, their population is gonna be fine. Alright, alright. So we're gonna go ahead and need to make another exhibit for all those Stegosaurus. I would highly recommend electric concrete as well as regular concrete throughout this entire island. Using electric concrete, sorry, only on the large carnivores, just out of the simple fact of, I mean, we all know why. Because if they escape, they're going to be more of a threat, and they're going to take your island rating down quite a bit. All right, there we go. So let's bring this side out a little bit. If we just go ahead and put in a viewing platform, should be all right. Maybe if we even, because we can just transport all the guests by, what is it called, the monorail rather than sidewalks. So we can just fence that part off right there. There's no way they're going to get through. Let's see, yep. Yeah, I don't think they're going to get through there at all. And let's see if we can just box and grid this off right here. There we are. Taking that all the way up to the edge. Alright, sweet. So that's a similar... Ooh, actually, we might need to make that just a little bit bigger coming across. So I think what's going to happen is, just in order to form this a little bit better, we're going to go ahead and put down a platform. Terrain restraints. Always with the terrain constraints. Alright, so let's see here. Is that going to cover the majority of the exhibit? Yes, it is. So then with that, let's go ahead and go back up to fences. And this is something I've said previously, but something that always helps out with making of an exhibit is to put down your... Oh, uh-oh. That's going to be pretty big for a dinosaur to get through. Let's see if we can form that up a little bit. I completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so an easy way to form your exhibits is going to be just to put down your viewing platforms or viewing areas, whatever you're going to use first, and then building off of that. And then that should give you a better idea as to how you would like to shape your exhibits. Alright, so now let's go ahead and move all of our stegos in here. So that way we can have our second stego exhibit ready. Just because the social limit just really messes with you, especially since they give you all of these free dinosaurs in the beginning. And then we're gonna have to focus on some guest options as well. Yeah, there we go. Almost completely missed them. Now this first episode is gonna be rather lengthy, and just out of the simple fact of, I'm gonna get you guys a good first episode, a good start going on here, because there's a lot to manage. There's a lot of moving pieces going on here. But I think that's the last of the, I'm going to say, wild dinosaurs in this island. Let's go ahead and go into the overview and pop it open. Actually, oh, there's a couple I missed over here. So those guys are being moved. There's one inside of here. There we go. Let's come all the way back up. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So how many do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Do we have you ready to move? I think we do. Oh, it says transporting 7 dinosaurs. Okay. So we have all 7 queued up and ready to be moved. Awesome. Awesome. All right, so back to up here. We're going to go ahead and start demolishing some of this and just start reshaping it to make it a little bit more functional, I guess is what I'm going to say. All right, so since we have this large power station, let's go ahead and upgrade this as well. We're going to need outage protection, 2 of them, and then we're going to use improved output. It's completely worth all of the money, especially to start out, because we're about to remove this other station. There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and get rid of this and hopefully fix up all these messy pylons. I know we're going to run without power for a little bit, but that's perfectly fine. I'm going to keep the ACU center just for a little bit. Completely reshaping the up front here. Now you guys can do this or you guys can't. I mean, it really doesn't make that big of a difference. It's just my preference on how I choose to reshape the entire front here. So let's see. I think also, before I go ahead and do that, I'm going to place down our first monorail. Obstruction, obstructed. Let's see. Probably all the trees. Maybe there's a little bit of water in there or something. Yep, there we go. This entire island's like a swamp. Alright, there we go. Let's go back into the monorail then. Oh, yes, and there we go. It's looking all nice and dandy now. Terrain constraints. Alright, there we go. Hopefully we can loop this right around, which we can. Sweet, so I'm going to leave that like that. I'm just going to branch this off to the side real quick and just go ahead and leave it from there. Oh, not landscaping. Sorry. Go ahead and come back into the pathing here. There we are. Now at the same time, let's go ahead and get rid of some of these random pylons that we're not necessarily going to need. And I think we're going to go ahead and throw just a random little substation right here. So that way we can power up all these objects up here. And that should give power to this one as soon as it's built as well. Alright, so this top corner is looking pretty nice so far. I think I'm going to go ahead and throw in another large power station, just that way I can get that one out of the way and stack them pretty much right next to each other. There we are. And then we can, it should pop up, there we go. We can just connect that right on through, as well as connect this on through to where we've already got. Alright, so everything should be running along a... Actually, no, we need to connect this one as well. Let's run back up to pylons. There we go. Feed this along the backside, and then we should be able to just cross straight in. Nope, it's obstructed. It's alright, we can come here and then cross straight in. There we go. Alright, also, we can come inside of here, view all of our fossils, and sell them all off. Obviously, I'm not going to have the most expensive fossils, just out of the simple fact of I have completed everything on the game so far, and so I was just scrounging for scraps, really, on the expedition area. So I'm going to sell them all off, boost up as much money as I possibly can, and then actually I'm going to sell the fossil center, because I'm not going to need it anymore to 5-star the island. So there we go. I've got about $1.5 million, 2 million. That puts us at 2 million right there. All right, everything's coming along quite nicely. We still need a path, and we still need to work out some of the kinks. All right, so these guys are doing all right. They just are waiting on the rest of their buddies. So hopefully they're going to end up being okay. Let's go ahead and add them a nice little place to eat. They should just need one. Throw that in there. And honestly, they're going to need some water as well. So let's just go ahead and throw... Is that a goat? Is that a random goat? Alright, so let's go ahead and throw... Oh, I wasn't actually trying to do that. I was trying to just throw some water in the side here. Let's remove some of these extra forests. Alright, now we're going to have to add a little bit. There we go, and let's see how they're doing with that. Alright, so it's fine on forest, fine on grassland. Really just waiting on those other stegos to be moved over. Whoa, whoa, whoa. How did these guys... What? These guys managed to come back to life somehow, and they just start roaming around. Weird. So they're going to go on a rampage here in a little bit. Alright, so they're getting moved over. Alright, so that means I'm going to need to run a little bit of power to this real quick. Just really fast. So I'm just going to do this. Alright, so we've already got the storm warning coming in. This is why I haven't built any extra guest options as well. So the storm's going to come in. Hopefully it runs along the bottom here, and it ends up not becoming that big of an issue. Alright, alright. Oh, wait. We're still disabled because I need to do some more pathing in here. Alright, so like I said, there's a bunch of moving pieces and not much time to get it done in. So that's why I'm going to leave this first episode to be pretty lengthy. So that way we can explore it together, as well as we can experience together. There we go. So now that's all done. Let's go ahead and use this guy. We're going to need him to knock out those two, as well as these two just chilling down here. Because obviously those guys are about to go crazy. So there's a structure damaged. I don't have a ranger station just yet either. So that actually reminds me that I should create a ranger station. I'm going to put it right up here as well so I can still get power from right there. Alright, storm defense station. Alright, so that's something we're going to have to do eventually. So we might as well just use it now. I actually think that's already connected, awkwardly enough. Alright, so the storm is actually already over, but I'm still going to trank those two out, just so that way they can relax a little bit. Actually, yeah, 17%. So that way they can chill out just a little bit. We still have a lot of pathing here to do. So actually I'm going to go ahead and cut the first episode right there, because we've got everything in motion that we need to have in motion. We've secured the Spino. He's not trying to break out, at least I hope he's not. We've got a massive Stegosaurus exhibit, which actually now I can move that last one as well, so I can have 8 and 8. And then, yeah, so we've managed the island so far, but in the next episode, we're definitely going to start putting all the pieces into motion, because this episode, all we did was spend money, and there's not really that big of a star difference, if any at all. Alright, so I'm going to say thank you all very much for watching, and I ensure you stay tuned for the next episode where everything starts getting put into motion. Alright, take care.